All right, so your first step when it comes to ordering the shower pan in your system, I get a lot of questions about this, and all I can say is that you try to want to not overthink it. If you're in a traditional bathroom like this where you have a full tub surround and tub like this, they're all going to be basically the same kind of dimensions. Now you can have different widths, but usually the width or the length of the tub is usually 60 inches. So, and they really didn't make these fiberglass units like custom sized. So no matter what your wall thickness is, you're basically going to be going with a lot of the same sizes. So in this scenario, just measuring from drywall to drywall, we have 58 5/8. So typically drywall's an inch on either side, but if you had plaster, sometimes you can have 57 inches. So that doesn't really matter. What matters is that if you're anywhere between that 56 inches and 60 inches, you have a 60-inch wide shower. So I wouldn't go and trying to order something custom for a regular shower replacement. Just get a 60-inch length and you should be good to go. Now, as far as the width, this is what varies. And sometimes you might want to make it a little bit wider to overcome your existing floor if you're just doing a shower. So it really depends on your own situation. So definitely leave a picture or a comment below on your own system and I can help guide you through that. And then this is really just about minimizing the work that it takes to make your existing flooring look good with this. If you're gutting the whole bathroom and you're putting down a new tile floor, then it's really not going to matter. Even if you shrunk the space, you're going to be fine because you're going to be tiling that floor. But in this scenario, I wanted to make sure that I was coming out to this hardwood because I'm not going to be replacing it. So I just simply measured back to the drywall. We have 32 inches. So I got a 32-inch by 60-inch pan. Now this is half-inch drywall back here, so I'm going to be back a little bit further. So in this scenario, I might end up shimming this back wall out. We'll see what that looks like when we get the pan in, because again, I want to have this kind of butting right up there. So when I tile over my curb, I can just go straight down there. Now there's a couple things you can do to reduce not having to shim things out. And we'll talk about this later in the course, but you can build onto that curb. You can make your curb as wide as you want. So I can use extra pieces of foam board and bring that out to make it fit your particular situation. But all I'm saying is most of the time, if you have a normal scenario, just measure your width, 32, and then if you're anything between 56 and 60 inches, you're gonna be a 60-inch shower pan. Now there are some really small tubs out there. They do make 54-inch tubs. You're gonna obviously know what you're getting into on that. But again, you have any questions about how to order things, you can reach out to Tile Redi or reach out to me and I'll help you, guide you on doing it. Now the other thing that is awesome about Tile Redi is that you can get the shower drains in different locations. And I do highly recommend, if you don't know what your existing structure of your floor is and where you can put one, is to get a shower drain on the same size as your tub. That's going to give you the best basically chances of not having a joist right in the middle of your shower. So when I'm a contractor going out and looking at bathrooms, I want to do the simplest thing. I don't want to have to restructure their floor framing to adapt to a shower drain. So typically I say, hey, we could do a center drain, but it might cost you more if we have to get in the structure. If you get an offset drain, I know I can connect it. I'm not going to have any issues. And then they usually go with that option because it's just simpler. Now, if you have access below and you can see up, perfect. Then do that, evaluate it, get a center drain if you want to. But in this scenario, we have one on the left. Also keep in mind when you're ordering a pan, they have different left drain centers too. So they have a 15-inch, which is directly, in a 30-inch or a 32-inch pan. It's directly in the center of the pan. They also have a 13-inch offset. And the main reason for that is that a lot of framing, a lot of new framing, they would start their joist out here and go 16 inches to the next one. And that brings it right in the middle of where your drain would be. So they do have a lot of different options out there. They got more pans in stock than I've ever seen anywhere. So pay attention to what you're doing. In this scenario, we got one. In this scenario, we got the 32-inch pan. We got the 2-inch curb. It's actually 2.5 essentially. So I like the slenderer curb, but this is where I can build on and make this wider if I wanted to, if my flooring doesn't work out right. And then I have this one where it's 13 inches center on this. I just kind of wanted to do something with a little bit of an offset in this particular situation. But yeah, you can get the 15-inch, and then if you wanted to get something custom, you can have it put wherever you want. But I think you're a lot safer to have the offset drain if you don't know what your structure is. So other thing, again, use my code down below in my coupon code. It will save you 10%. It'll, you know, whatever you paid for this course, it's gonna save you a lot more on that. So, all right, so now that we measured it, let's go ahead and gut this existing shower and then get ready for putting it in the pan.